Hello, my name is Reagan Lake, and I am the Democratic candidate for Livingston County Prosecutor. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so this week I am going to talk about my experience prosecuting domestic violence cases. As an assistant prosecutor in Wayne County, I have prosecuted hundreds of domestic violence cases. These range from misdemeanors through homicide. Although domestic violence, also known as intimate partner violence, is generally thought of as being committed by a man against his wife, girlfriend, or mother of his child, men can also be victims. Also, domestic violence can occur in same-sex relationships between parent and adult child and platonic roommates. It also occurs at all socioeconomic levels. Domestic violence does not have to be a punch or a slap. Pushing someone or just threatening an individual when the perpetrator has the ability to harm that person is domestic violence. In my experience, many domestic violence victims are reluctant to prosecute even when the alleged abuser has assaulted them before. So what does the prosecutor do if the victim doesn't want to go forward with the case? When there is no injury, the prosecutor might deny the warrant if the case is still in the warrant review stage, or dismiss the case if the warrant is issued. The prosecutor asks the victim if he or she feels safe and if they have a safety plan in place in case the accused assaults them again. If the warrant is already issued, the prosecutor also makes sure no one has pressured the victim to drop the case. The prosecutor then has the victim tell the judge under oath that it is his or her desire not to proceed. However, when the victim has suffered a severe injury or the defendant has prior convictions for domestic violence, the prosecutor might choose to proceed despite the fact the victim does not want to. This can even mean the victim doesn't want to testify. How can a prosecutor try a case if the complaining witness doesn't want to testify? There are a couple of things a prosecutor can do. If the victim is not present at the court proceeding, the prosecutor can use the statute known as the Domestic Violence Hearsay Statute to have a law enforcement officer testify about what the victim told him or her. If the victim has testified previously and his or her testimony at the present proceeding is not the same as what he or she testified to before, the prosecutor can try to impeach the victim with his or her prior inconsistent statement. Even with these tools, it can still be difficult to convict without the victim's cooperation. So a prosecutor will often try to educate potential jurors during jury selection on why victims might be reluctant to proceed with a case, and to show those jurors that they can still convict and should convict if they conclude that a crime has been committed. In the case of defendants with prior domestic violence convictions, a prosecutor can also ask the court to allow testimony about those other incidents. This can help a jury to see that the defendant's actions in the current case were not the result of a misunderstanding between him and the victim, but a course of conduct. Thank you for watching my video. Please spread the news that October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month and hang purple lights to show support for domestic violence survivors. La Casa Center has light kits you can buy like this one. And of course, the proceeds support the center's services. If you have questions about prosecuting domestic violence cases, please email me at reaganlake@yahoo.com. And on November 3rd, please vote for Reagan Lake for Livingston County Prosecutor.